Hello everybody, welcome back for some more Bionicle Heroes for the Game Boy. Today we're hopping straight into the desert. And I am now playing, I forget her name. Fuck! I know Holly is obviously like, the last version of her. Was it, not Nami, did it start with an N, maybe? I can't remember. Anyway, so her special weapon is essentially, oh yeah, that's right. Air was really good because it gives you electric field around you. It's kind of like a shield, sort of. I think you can still take damage, but it's a really nice, cool utensil to have. So her thing is like it's like a beam laser thing, but of course, once you upgrade your characters and when you get the final forms, your Bionicle versions of them, then it becomes like much better. Right now it's pretty alright. There's no real true difference much between the characters. Like there's not really a lot besides like what specials they can do. Also, you can't switch characters yet, I don't think. Yeah, because Select does that. Start just pauses game. Oh, I guess you can change the strafe mode. So you're pretty much stuck as whatever character you happen to have at that point in time. The character you rescued last. And typically, I think the characters you tend to rescue, sometimes I think, if I'm not mistaken, tend to be like the weakness of insert character. So like Thok, ice is usually considered stronger than water, at the very least. So if I had to guess, if I remember correctly, I think like Motoro and them, like Kopaka and them are like last, maybe. But I could be wrong. It could also go by team lead stuff too. Like obviously play the leader first. And then after that, maybe you play second command. But sometimes like second command, like I feel like eventually becomes like ice characters. How do you know if there really was much of a second command? To be fair, I mean, I'm pretty sure Motaro was, but then like earlier characters, I think it was mostly like water characters. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, we're pretty much just gonna run through another big giant world again. Don't hit the exploding things. Don't hit these chest things. They'll kill you. Well, they won't kill you instantly, but they'll do damage, and you don't want that to happen. Also, I forgot to mention that, but depending on like the Lego stud or Lego piece you pick up, will determine how much health you get back. It's like a gold one usually typically gives you pretty much almost full health back. And yes, as you can see, this world is going to be a bit more of a pain to go through. A bit more of these enemy spawns that just never fucking stop. Because that's what we like. Constant spawning enemies that I have to deal with at all times. Something you've probably also noticed too is that the stone variants of the Boroks, or at least stone variants of most of the enemies, typically die in one hit. Basically the brown ones die in one hit, and then like the ice ones tend, like, white and blue ones tend to kind of die in 2 hits and such. It's just a thing they did. I don't know why specifically they picked those colors to be that. I think they just decided and like, fuck it, who cares? Like, you would think technically stone might be more stronger than ice, but I've already kind of gotten used to the way this game plays anyway, that I don't really give a shit. Also, it is a bit buggy. Like, sometimes things just don't work out. Like, sometimes you can't blow up everything, or unless this is a case of, I gotta go kill this guy first, and then I can kill that guy. Yeah, okay. So it wasn't a bug, it was just, that happens. But, to be fair, there are bugs that do kind of tend to happen a few times, or things that just won't let you do insert blank ear. So I think these are technically the ice variants. I always used to think they were water because they're more blue than white. I do think the idea of saying Matoran is pretty cool. Like, you have to actually save them and then get like stuff from saving them and stuff. I think it's pretty neat. Oh, fucking A. Yeah, don't worry about flying enemies. Like, the only thing that sucks about flying enemies is they'll follow you wherever you go. So that's the one thing I can find that's annoying about them. And when it comes to these assholes, they typically just are kind of like Borok in a way where they just stand. They're just scattershot enemies. They don't really do much. Ah, actual red variants. And then, of course, the Vakis, which typically tends to be like the black variant, like the earth ones. Or at least, I think that's the earth one. It's got brown on them, too, so it might be stone. Shows how much I know, right? So that's why I say, like, don't fully trust me on what I'm saying. Don't take everything I say to heart. If you know more about Bionicle than I do, then you know, don't be too offended that I'm dumb. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, cool. So, yeah, once we start getting more variants of that, we can mix and match. Like, only 2, really, but... Yeah, hold on. We're gonna take the green way. I think they both kind of lead around to the same spot, sort of, but... It's fine. See, the problem with playing this game, though, is, like, you'll have to remember, like, oh, yeah, I went through there already. Or I did that already. And it's like, yeah, you might forget that if you're not careful. So then, like, trying to go back and do things, you know, can fudge up some stuff. And then I think we have this problem, too, where I have to go figure out which direction exactly I want to go. I think that's for maybe stone characters to take care of. I think that's what they do. Oh, fuck me in the ass. Alright, let's go up. I'll probably forget, but I can always look back and check which direction I went, if need be. So I guess in any case, if we have an alternating path, I'll try to stick up. If we don't, I'll just stick with green. That way it kind of seems like I'm giving priority to certain things, when I'm probably realistically not. Also, your ball shots don't really change as far as I know. I think it's just mostly just going to be the same ball shot. It's mainly your specials that change, depending on your character. And when it comes to getting upgrades, like, your specials will also get better. But I don't think your actual regular automatic shots do much difference. By the way, I highly recommend playing this game. It's a lot more fun to probably play than watch. And that's just me being honest. I love it, but I know when a game is much more fun to play. If you're watching, you know, maybe it might be more fun because of either A, my commentary, which, you know, that's cool. But most likely it's probably because of nostalgia, maybe. Because some people, you know, might actually have played this game back in the day. I don't know. And I've been wanting to actually do this game for a bit, though. I've been kind of in the mood for it, and I'm like, oh, play it. Why not? No harm, no foul. I like it. Haven't played it in a hot minute, so... One of these days, I would love to fucking finish up not only my 2017 list of games I was going to play that fucking year, which I never did most of them. Paper Mario 2 being one of them. But with the remake coming out, I'm probably just going to play the remake instead of just grabbing my parents' copy of Paper Mario 2 because it would be a pain in the ass just to deal with. Because then, once I borrow it, they're going to want to fucking play it. Because that's just how it is. I kind of do the same thing where it's like, I don't like people borrowing my stuff because then I start feeling, you know, like, oh man, I need it back. But I get that problem mainly because of school. I had kids that stole my shit in school all the time, so I just... Yeah, it kind of became a thing where, like, I'd get really worried if somebody borrowed something of mine, and I would get really fucking terrified. And that tends to be kind of why, like, whenever I ask somebody to borrow something from them, I try to give it back to them as soon as I possibly can. Especially if it's a game. Like, if it's a game and it's like, okay, I could finish it, but I'm sure they probably want it back, like, real bad, like, right now. That's the thing I do. And it's a problem, I guess. I don't know what that spells. I think the first letter might be... One of them is an X. I feel like one of them's got to be an X. Yeah, it shows how much I remember about Bionicle alphabets. Sometimes it's pretty easy and kind of obvious to figure out what they're going to look like, but sometimes it's not. So, it's just kind of up in the air. Whether or not you know what it is, I guess. Something that sucks about having the Xander ball, though, is sometimes the Xander ball itself will just shoot shit. And you see, like, how the characters, like, whenever you shoot them, I'll show you. Like, watch that. See that? See how they get, like, stunned for a bit? That's one shot going into them. These guys take 3 shots to kill, right? So if my fucking little half ball, you know, little bitch over here decides to shoot them, I think he does, like, half damage. So it kind of kills off the ability to do more damage because it's already wasted because the character's already in stun lock. And everything's fucked, and it's annoying. And then also, whenever you get attacked, it tends to turn off the ball, so be careful of that. But anyway, so yeah, what was I talking about? Something about, like, people borrowing my shit or something. Something before that. I don't know. I've already forgotten most of what I've talked about anyway. Oh yeah, 2017 I had like, I did most of it. Like Kingdom Hearts, Crash again, Splatterhouse. I did Bioshock 2. I didn't do Bulletstorm. I didn't do Mad World. And that was like 5 years ago, dude. That's crazy. But that was like pre-2019 when I quit YouTube for like 2 years. I just couldn't take it anymore. Things got really bad with YouTube. A lot of things did. But we're here now. I'm back now, and I'm probably never going to leave, so there's that. Not that I necessarily want to leave. Some days I feel like it, but it's more so like, rather than wanting to fully, like, leave, it'd be more so like just wanting to take breaks. I guess your balls do technically get bigger, I guess. I didn't really pay that much attention to them. I thought they just kind of stayed at least the same size. Also, I do not like these sections, these on-rail sections. Just not a fan. And in case anybody's wondering, is there any world that you can complete like 100% like right when you get there? Like you don't need to have, like you would probably have like all the characters at once that you would need for it or something. I'm actually not sure. I don't know why I brought that question in the first place, but hey, it is a question worth asking, I guess. And as far as I'm aware, if I remember correctly, no. No, I don't think there technically is a world you can fully 100%. Like, right then and there. And the thing with 100% though is like, I'm not going to count the medals. I'm just going to like, just get all the letters and shit and get all the masks. So I don't think the medals really count toward anything. Because I think they kind of just are like an in-game like high score thingy at that time. And not actually like a thing that you have to collect. Also be careful like when you're using certain like moves like this, like the ice one. Because if you freeze the enemies before they pop out, they'll actually be stuck in the ground and just be, well, stuck there. And then you can't hurt them because they're stuck in the ground. You can't do nothing about that. So, just, you know, fair warning. For any future endeavors of playing this game in the future, for anybody. Look at that, we almost got them all. I could be wrong, but I think that last letter might be an N. But again, it's one of those where, like, I don't remember, so. God damn it. I'm doing something after this fucking video. I'm gonna take care of this shit. I do not want to sound like a certain, a dark side YouTuber. Just fucking blowing up in the mic all the time. But this is what happens when I don't talk all day. Because I actually don't. Especially at work. I don't talk to pretty much fucking anybody. And then, like, my throat gets all fucky. Kind of misses the ability to talk. I sure as shit talked a lot yesterday when I did my stream, so there's that. By the way, I'm recording this on, I think, like, yeah, December 16th right now. Just to kind of give, like, an idea where I'm recording these videos at. The last video I just did was also on the same day, so it's like a few minutes before this. Kind of glad that I'm actually having fun, though. I mean, that's a good thing. I didn't expect myself not to have fun. It's just more so that I've been kind of putting off wanting to do a Let's Play because I wanted to do other stuff, but I got so fucking bored today, man. I got so fucking bored today. I just kept wanting to leave, come back, leave, come back. It just wouldn't stop. So I just said, fuck it, whatever. I guess we'll just record a Let's Play for once because that doesn't really happen much. And I want to get to a point where I can finally start doing more Metroid Let's Plays again. Because I want to get back to doing those. Oh, we're done. Cool. Of course, we're going to do the, yeah, arena. So, Chamber of Truth. The Chamber Pot of Secrets. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, that's weird. It's just making me hold A and not actually using a direction. Sometimes you have to hit a direction for that to work, and I don't know why it's not just doing that. Very odd. So, the best way to get S-ranks in this little areas are typically just by, well, of course getting points, but just kind of sticking to where, like, the enemies are going to spawn and just blowing them up. Let the turrets kind of take out a few guys, you know, hopefully within range. Try to keep some of the ones that are kind of out of range of the turret kind of away, and either just go pick them off yourself so they don't accidentally get picked off later, or just, I don't know, wait for the turrets to shoot them, I guess. It's up to you. But getting airstrings shouldn't really be that hard if you're going for them. Although I never do. I don't really have any reason to. I mean, yeah, sure, it's cool. That's a little score thing, but you don't really get much for stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure you can get all, like, I think you can get all the cheats just by purely playing the game. Because the cheats and stuff are kind of locked behind, you know, letters. Little tiles you can get. Yeah, this game does get a bit repetitive, though. I will admit that. So apologies about the dead air, but it's not much going on. It's literally just shooting and shooting and shooting all the time. But then again, that's kind of how it would be. Also, what do you guys think about like a new potential Bionicle Heroes that could ever come out? That'd be cool. I'd love to see a new Bionicle Heroes come out. My thing is, if they ever made another Bionicle Heroes, I kind of want melee combat as well as gun combat. But see, the thing is, if that was the case, I'm sure they would make it. If they made if they made a Bionicle Heroes these days, I feel like they're gonna try to going down like the road of like God of War Ragnarok, third person over the shoulder. I mean, because it was over the shoulder anyway. But if we're doing like melee combat too, I think it's gonna be more closer to like God of War is, and they might end up doing like Dark Souls shit, possibly. But it could probably work, I guess. I don't know. Nice. So that area's done. I don't remember there being a secret in that. Oh, my ass. I don't remember there being any, like, things I had to go collect. I don't remember. Okay, so I guess the medals do kind of stay. Well, I don't really know how to get all of them because they're not that self-explanatory. I can really understand it much. Okay, so yeah, for this boss fight, you have to destroy the crystals first. That's what it is. And then whenever you destroy them, like, guys will pop out, and then you kill them. Oh, yes, the big giant turret guys. So these guys are obnoxious as all hell. They're not too hard to kill, I guess, but they can be quite annoying to deal with. Because they're big and tanky, and they take forever to murk. So, yeah. The thing with Redak, though, is... Or Redak, how you want to pronounce his name. The thing with him, though, is... His health bar is based solely on the crystals. So he's kind of a different type of fight. He's more of like a gimmick fight, I guess. And then, yeah, you pretty much have to kill like all the enemies that spawn from a crystal to kill the next crystal. Although, I mean, you don't have to kill the big giant tank guy. But you have to, at the very least, kill like main enemies. Alright, there we go. I might as well grab everything I can. I think that's Onawa, isn't it? I think his name was... Yeah, it looks like I'll need to go back through and remind myself of what these names were. Man, oh man. I need a schooling again. So now we have level 1 again. We're gonna go back through and get the level 2 mask and such. You'll get a Nika's later. Okay, so that's weird. So yeah, it is Earth versus Earth. And I was right. It was fucking Vizon that was next. Actually, there might have been like a 7th world. I don't remember. Well, anyway. That was actually faster than the last level. That's weird. I'm going to end off here. I actually am kind of having a bit of fun, so I might actually record another one. But yeah, that'll be it for today. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time when we play some more Bionicle Heroes for the Game Boy Advance. And as always, take care, everybody.